everyone, this is Joni, and I am going to try to make you a little tree that I thought might be cute. I bought this, I don't even remember where I bought it, but I've had it for probably about 6 weeks or longer, and I knew that I wanted to try to do something for Easter with it. So I just sort of put it back in my studio and left it, and then as I was getting ready to make a video, I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and get the tree out and see what I can do with it. And I have gone ahead and put some lights around it. I bought some lights, and they have little greenery strung on the lights themselves. And this is a grapevine tree, and I probably bought it at Michael's, or I would say Hobby Lobby, because I don't see Walmart having one of these, and I haven't been any at the other stores that much lately. You're gonna laugh your head off, but you usually do. Look here. The glasses that I had on in my last video, if I got them, and I bought them because they were super lightweight, and I bought them at a regular optometrist's office, but they're still readers because I don't use I don't need the prescription glasses yet. But anyway, I bought those glasses especially because they were lightweight. Well, since I'm having all these problems with my blood pressure, and once again, I'll tell you, the doctors, I think that they look at me just sort of like she's crazy. She's totally crazy. But I'm really not. It happens. If I put anything too tight on my head, it starts my blood pressure going up. And so I was wearing my new glasses the other day. In fact, I had them on today because I thought, well, I'm going to check these out and see if they're going to give me any problems when I start making my tree. And I put them on, and I had them on probably about 10 minutes, and here it went. The tingling, I get pins and needles. Feels like I have pins and needles running in my entire body. My head, my arms, my legs, my feet, all over. And I will actually get dizzy spells, and my head starts hurting up in the top of it and down the sides of my head. So I thought, I can't do it. The glasses are just causing the problem. So I had these, and these are really lightweight too. But I stepped on 2 pairs the other day. I've got 2 pairs just like this. And I stepped on one pair and broke one of the things off of it, one of the ear things off of it. And then, lo and behold, about 3 days later, I stepped on the other one and broke it off. So now I'm running around with one ear thing on and the other one without anything over here at all. So you'll probably see my glasses every which way on my face tonight. But what I'm thinking about doing, I don't know if I really want to or not, but I'm thinking that I might put some of this grass around the bottom of this tree, but I really don't know if I want to or not. So I'm going to go ahead and just concentrate on decorating the rest of the tree, and then I'll deal with that when I get down here. But this is the way that it looks all around with the little lights on it. And I think that it will make a really cute DIY. And I'm really happy that you all have liked the one that I put up, my bunny, that I put up the other day. Everyone seems to be loving it. sends me a message, and that is something that I need to discuss with you too, because you will probably notice that I've been very, very late in answering my messages, and so the reason is that I cannot sit there with my glasses on that long, because it causes me to start getting the pins and the needles, and my blood pressure starts up, and then I'm on this blood pressure pill, and we got this thing, and I'll tell you all about it because you might want to get one. I have to take my blood pressure pill every 9 hours, as regular as clockwork. And Tanya was afraid that I might oversleep or something like that, so she went out and got a little thing. I should have brought it in here with me, but I don't want to move it really. It's about this big around, just a very small thing, and it's about this high. And you all may know about it. I didn't know anything about it. And you set it, and then it goes off how often you need it to go off, and it will beep, beep, beep like that for about 10 seconds or 15. And it's the nicest thing ever was, because it wakes me in the morning when it's time for my pill. She is still calling me anyway, but to make sure that it went off, because she knows I have to have that pill. And but it has gone off every time. And so if you need something like that to remind you that you have a pill that is due at a certain time, they're not expensive. I think it was $10 or something like that. And just get it at the drugstore. And you set it how often you want it to go off. I think it sets every 4 hours. I don't know exactly, because she was the one that did all the setting in it. I didn't mess with it, because I wouldn't have been able to have seen anyway, because the stuff is so small on it. And but she set it to go off every 9 hours, and so that way, when my pill it's time for my pill to for me to take it, it goes off, and that makes it really good. So I don't have to worry about, am I going to oversleep? Did I take it? And then I got me I have these things that I put my medicine in, you know, your daily, and your vitamins, your daily things. But I got a little one just for my blood pressure pills. It's just about that long. And the flap place that you put it down in, the individual compartment, is just probably a ½ an inch wide. And I put my 2 blood pressure pills in it. And that means I take one in the morning at 9 o'clock and one in the evening at 9 o'clock. Well, it's 10 o'clock now since we went on daylight savings time. But it sure, that thing makes a lot of noise. It sure does help a lot. This has had time to, and I hope that, yeah, it's still hooked up. I was hoping Tanya didn't unplug me. And I'm just putting a barely little bit of, that glue is really gluey, of the glue on this, because I don't want this to stick to the tree that much, because I may change my mind later on and want to do something else with this tree. It would be really pretty at Christmas too. So you could just take these off and do a Christmas arrangement of some sort on it. But now these are little Easter eggs that I had last year. I've got tons and tons of Easter eggs where I had them last year, and I haven't used them so far this year. I haven't done any decorating at all, because you might know with all I've got going on, it's hard for me to do anything like that. I'm going to try to do my mantle And hopefully I'll be able to do that. And some things here in the kitchen. And I want to thank all of you. I have gained a lot of subscribers. And I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to me. And hope that you enjoy the things that you see me make when I make them. Because I've been having such terrible times that it's hard for me to get myself together enough to make them. It's aggravating, I know. But I'm hoping that it won't take that long to get this blood pressure regulated. I'm getting ready, if things don't straighten up relatively soon, and I do mean soon. I used to go to a doctor in Richmond, Virginia, before we moved down here. And I'm thinking about going back up and letting him take a look at me and see what he thinks is going on, because I don't think these guys know what's going on down here, what's going on. Because every test they give me comes out normal, and now tonight I have a, I think it's an oximeter that I have to put on my finger when I go to bed to count my oxygen all night and make sure that I'm getting enough oxygen when I'm sleeping, because they're still testing that. They've got a hang up about that. It shows that I'm getting enough when I'm walking and everything during the day, but they want to know what's going on at night. So my doorbell rang this morning, and it was a guy delivering me one to tell me to take it tonight. The doctor had ordered that I take it tonight, and then call him tomorrow and he'll come and get it. And I don't want to get all these light ones up there together. And this tree may not be completely covered. I may not cover it all, because I think that a lot of the beauty of this is the tree itself, because I think the tree is just gorgeous with the grapevine, and you can't see it because it's not quite close enough. I'll put it up closer when I get through so that you can actually see the vine and the lights on it. They look really pretty on there. And some of these eggs are going to be too big, and I think they would overwhelm it, so I won't put them on there. I have all of those Easter eggs that I had on my mantle last year. Oh my gracious. Those things were so hard to work with. Oh my goodness. Especially when you're putting them up by yourself, because you have to try to hold them, and they're very, very stiff. The wire is in the garland. It's very stiff, and I had a lot of trouble with it last year putting it up. I think this will be easy if I want these eggs off to just go ahead and take them off. And then I can use this any other holiday that I want to. I don't know if I would want a carrot on there or not. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to put just very few. I wouldn't want a bunch, but might not hurt just to have just a very few. But I am trying to answer all of your all's comments as quickly as I can. I stayed up last night, and answered several of them, and then I answered several the night before, and trying to get to them as fast as possible, but I can only do so many, and then I have to quit because that blood pressure just starts going up, and then I'm in trouble. That is the stringiest glue that I've had for a while. I got some of the Gorilla, and I'm going to start using it. That's what Tanya uses all the time, and I don't notice her having all of this glue to mess with. It has been getting very warm down here now, and I guess that maybe, you never know from one day to the next, maybe our winter is over. Because a lot of flowers and things are out. Tanya and Melvin have been covering their pool. They have to cover it every spring because their neighbor has a very large live oak tree next door to them, and it hangs over their pool. And in the springtime, when it starts budding and everything, it gets these things that looks almost like they're pretty, but if they were a dark color, they would look like spiders. But they're a yellow color. So they're really pretty, but they fall right in their pool. And it keeps them busy cleaning their skimmers and everything to keep that from filling them up and everything. And they were late this year because he had to go out of town so much. And they didn't get it covered as quickly as they usually do. So they just got it covered sometime last week, I believe it was. And he has been really busy, and she, cleaning that skimmer out to keep it from getting stopped up. I need something right there, and I don't need a white egg. Some little bows. I thought I'd see how they would look on here. So maybe I'll start putting, some little bows on here. I thought that might be cute. That looks pretty. I like that. There are so many little things that you can, excuse me, you can do when you're fixing something like this that makes it look really cute. If I burn my finger, I'm going to scream. Because I still have that cellulitis in my hand, and I didn't bring any of my spatulas in. Didn't even think about it. Trying to see which side looks the best. I think that looks like the back. cute. I chose pink and mint green for the bow collars. I think that will match the eggs a lot. I'm going to put a little bird, I think, right at the top of it. Trying to look in there to see how it looks in there, because sometimes you can tell more what it looks like by looking in there than you can looking straight at it if you're close like I am. I had just a few more little tiny. I know I do if I would get in that thing in there and look. I might be able to get by with some of the larger ones down around the base of it if I had to. I think these little eggs are so pretty. I think maybe you all are too far away. But like I said, I will bring it up closer when I get through. Let you see it. I think I have enough. I have to move that one down a little bit. Didn't have enough grapevine for it to stick to. I guess I could take a dark pen and put spots on this one. I've been known to do things like that. If I get in too much of a pinch, we have to adapt to our demands, don't we? I don't want too many white ones together. May put a carrot down here. I think you all are finding my inability to keep up with my things hilarious. And it is. It's funny because one lady wrote me and told me, said she had one pair of glasses and she was looking for another one, and I said, I think I can beat that. Because I was, and this is goodness gracious truth, I was looking for my glasses the other day, and I had a pair on top of my head. I had another pair on, and I had a pair in my hands, and I was looking for my glasses. Oh, it's horrible, horrible. But it's also funny too, so I'm thinking about using one of these birds to go up on top. I think that one of these would be really pretty. They're so cute, but that's, I'm thinking that might be, I don't know. These little things is what I was talking about, that I might be able to stick a couple of these in through there since I'm running out of my eggs. I think it's going to look. think that'd be cute. And I don't think I would even have to glue that. I can stick that right down in the burlap. I'll probably have to put a little tiny bit of glue, but not much. And that will add to that tremendously. It takes that glue a while to dry. I think I'm trying to get a cold or something. Boy, there's been a lot of people getting that nasty flu. And it is taking them forever and ever to get better. I was watching Davida the other day, and she had been terribly ill. And she's getting better now, though. Her family seems so close together. I love to see that when families are so close. I like that. I do. I wish I had more ribbons made up, but I don't. But that's okay. As the saying is, we'll never know the difference in 100 years from now anyway. I need my little, oh dear. My brain just went out to lunch, I think. My thing that turns. I know the name of it. I've had one ever since I got married, and Mommy had them before I got married, so it's just, yeah, those synapses will come together when they want to. They'll fire. And then I'll remember. I was telling you, Tanya, I said, anything that I do that I can remember really well, and things that just pleases the punch out of me. But I was watching a program last night, and these people go to Goodwill, and they get these containers full of, they don't know what all is in them, but you can see they're in glass containers. And then they open them up on TV. And this one lady was, she had just tons and tons of things that she was taking out of this one. And she brought this little tiny state up. And I looked at that and I thought, well, that's Nevada. And then she said that it was Nevada, and I thought, oh, I got it right. Because I haven't taken history or geography since I was in college. That was a while ago. And it pleased me that I could still remember what the state of Nevada looked like. I guess I could tell you guys the story that I said I might tell you. I don't know if I should or not. But these things only happen, I think, to me, really. I don't ever hear anybody else talking about things like this. But it's just standard procedure for me. Several years ago, when we had our flood back when we lived up north, we came down here and got an apartment and everything because we had plans of building a house down here. And so we were living in an apartment, and Tanya was working, and her dad was still working up home because he hadn't retired yet. He was waiting to retire. And anyway, long story short, we decided that we just wanted to go back home. So we just moved back home. But the house wasn't fixed where it had flooded so badly because everything had to be taken out. It had to be stripped to the studs. And in case you don't know what that is, that's what holds your sheetrock and everything. You nail your sheetrock and everything to that. We had to replace carpeting, sheetrock, everything, I mean, and furniture, and it was a mess. Anyway, so we stayed in a hotel for 4 months while we were getting that fixed. And we went over to dinner to this one little restaurant that was right near our hotel. We could just walk over and get our dinner. And it made it really nice. We didn't have to get in the car and drive and everything. So we went over one evening for dinner. And we walked in, and there was this one little room that was sort of off of the big dining room. And it had about, I'd say, 5 tables in it. And so we just went in there. You seated yourself. You didn't have to be seated or anything. Maybe she did seat us. I believe that the hostess did seat us. And so anyway, it had about 5 tables, like I said. So we went in, and there was this older couple there. They were quite old. And, of course, I don't think they're as old now as what I did then. Because I'm probably almost where they were then. And, but anyway, they were quite old, and they looked like they were enjoying themselves, having dinner and everything, and talking and everything. And there was one other couple there, and then we sat down. And we hadn't been there very long until here comes 2 young guys in. My goodness. And they walk in and they sit down at their table. And they're very, very hyper. You can tell that there's something, their day has not been a good day. They have just not had the best time of their life. And so they're talking, and they're talking rather loudly. And we were just right across from them. And this other elderly couple was just about the same distance we were. And this one guy starts talking, and I don't like to hear things discussed when I'm out having dinner and things like that has anything to do with anything that's nasty or anything that's going to upset me or whatever. Because I'm the type that tries to stay on an even keel and keep things going pretty nice. But they started talking, and this one guy said, well, I will tell you this. And he was very determined and very adamant about it. He said, I hurt my back when I had to carry that woman up the steps. On my back. And I thought, my goodness, why did he carry the woman up the stairs on his back? If he thought he was going to hurt his back, why would he do it? And so he said, her people kept calling in and talking about they wanted that white dress put on her, that white dress. He said, but I didn't want to put a white dress on her. And he said, I didn't like it. And then he starts getting into things that's more particular. And I looked over really for the first time and got a good look, and I saw they had this label on their jacket, and they were from a mortuary. And I looked at Tanya and I said, I think that this has gone just about far enough, because I looked over and this elderly couple over there were sitting there like, what in the world are we going to do? We don't want to hear this conversation. They were doing business talk, let's put it that an undertaker would use. And I didn't want to hear it at all. Tanya didn't want to hear it. The other people didn't want to hear it. But these people were determined that they were going to vent themselves and let everybody hear. And we sat there for a little bit, and that couple just kept getting more and more sort of frustrated. And so finally they just got their things and walked out. And I said, Tanya, I said, get the guy's name on his jacket. I said, as soon as I go back to the hotel, I'm going to call them. We're going to report them. I said, they've got no business coming in a restaurant and talking about things like that in front of people who are trying to have their dinner and enjoy the evening out. And then they have to sit there and talk. Listen, if I wanted to be an undertaker, I would have been one. And I don't want to hear about their business. So she wrote down his name for me and reached it over to me. So we got him left. I wasn't listening to that stuff because I was getting more and more hyper and more nervous. And so we went to the hotel, and I picked up the phone and I called. And bless your heart, the guy answered that had been at the restaurant, that was at the restaurant. I thought that someone at the funeral home would answer, and I could talk with them. No, the guy that was sitting over there eating his dinner answered. And I said, it surprised me. I didn't care, but it just surprised me. Because I thought, you mean he is also taking calls? What in the world is going on? And so I said, could you tell me if you have on, and I started describing his suit that he had on. I said, could you tell me if you are a man seated with another man over, and you have a so-and-so colored suit on? And he said, he sounded like, what are you talking about? And I said, are you eating dinner at, and I named the restaurant. He sounded like, what in the world is going on? He got scared. He got totally scared because you could tell that he was thinking, who knows what color clothing I have on, where I'm eating, and what food I ordered. And after I saw that he was like this, I thought, I'm just going to play this out a little bit. He tortured the heart out of me during dinner. Now I'm going to see how good I can make his dinner. And I said, well, I said, I'll tell you like this. I said, I don't think that you should go out and have your conversation of your business in a public restaurant when there are elderly people sitting there trying to have their dinner and enjoy themselves. And you are so frustrated because of the woman in the white. You didn't want to put a white dress on a woman. He said, "Who is this? Who is this?" And I just hung the phone up. But Tanya, we started laughing. I was laughing myself silly by this time. I said, "I should have said, I don't want that white dress. And if you put that white dress on me, I'm going to come back and get you." And I think it would have scared him half to death because he was really shook up because I knew what kind of suit he had on and what kind of food he was eating. And if I had told him about the white dress and just said, "I don't want that white dress on, and you've got it on me," I think that the man would have had a really good time right there. But I didn't. I just said, from now on, I said, I think that you should keep your business to yourself when you're out in public and let people enjoy their food and their time that they're out. But now, what are the odds that you're going to be sitting and somebody's going to start talking like that? And telling about hurting his back, taking her up the stairs on his back. Who would ever have thought that there would have been anybody carried on their back? Not me, until he let all that information out. And it just really, it made me very, very upset that he was doing things like that. But we laughed and we laughed. I said, if I had thought I would have told him that, I would have said, "Don't you dare put that white dress on me. If you do, I will come back and get you." I said, because he deserved it after the way that those elderly people were so all shook up. They were so nervous until it wasn't even funny. And, I got so tickled over that. I've had numerous things like that happen to me, but nothing about his line of business, because that's a subject I try to stay away from. And I had just gone through losing about 3 of my family members, or 4, within the past, I would say, the past 2 years from when this happened. And I wasn't in the mood to hear his little antics and things like that. So, I guess that maybe he learned a lesson. I'm hoping he did, at least. So I think that's very, very rude. And I probably forgot a lot of it and left a lot of it out because it's been a long time since I really thought that much about that. No, which little bird I like up here the best? The blue and the pink matches my ribbon. Well, that's a blue too, but I think that either one. I think I'm going to go with blue and pink. And I'm going to try to not so much on there that I'll run my birds. Hold that still for just a minute so that she'll be on that really pretty. And I hope that's the front of where I wanted it. Okay, there is that. I think I may just call this one done.